Bitcoin is back once again, cracking that elusive 50,000 US dollar per Bitcoin mark, and now once again exceeding $1 trillion in market cap. Today we're going to have a look at the Bitcoin chart, make some predictions on where we can expect to see Bitcoin go in the near future. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here. Welcome back to another crypto video, and I'm sure if you are in the crypto community, you would have seen that Bitcoin has once again exceeded 50,000 US dollars and the $1 trillion market cap, making it the first and only coin to ever exceed this amount. And for me, I'm absolutely stoked because not only does this mean Bitcoin is on the rise, it also means that the altcoins are following it as well. So across my portfolio today, all the coins have been green over the past 24 hours, and I'm absolutely stoked. There's a lot of confidence coming back into the overall market now, and it's a time to once again take a look at your portfolio and see where you can expect to see your coins going next. But before we do some Bitcoin analysis today and get into all the technical indicators on where we can expect to see Bitcoin go, please remember to leave a like if you do enjoy today's video, and of course subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of content. We cover crypto, investing, stocks, and wealth management. I also love to know your thoughts as well on Bitcoin and the overall state of the crypto space down in the comments section below. But without any further ado, let's jump straight into the computer and start today's analysis. Welcome into the Bitcoin chart, guys. If you want some free Bitcoin, there is a link down in the description of today's video to sign up to CoinSpot and earn $10 worth of free Bitcoin straight away. But let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart at the moment, and as you can see, we have had a really good run over the past week. After obviously we had our massive dip back on the 7th of September, we've now gone up all the way past that point to a high of 55,745 US dollars per Bitcoin. We're currently sitting at 54,612, which obviously it's a little dip, but as you'd expect after a massive run, you're going to have a little bit of consolidation on the back burner. As we zoom out, you can really see that we are now marching back towards those previous all-time highs. There's a few different places we need to get through, a few different key points of resistance before we get there, but we are certainly on track to do so right now. So first of all, let's put in place some key areas of support and resistance. I think just from a psychological point of view, as I mentioned, 50,000 is a very good spot to start. Right about there. I know it's not exactly dead on, but you get the gist of things. That's the $50,000 mark, and you can see obviously price action all the way across the board at that point, as well as more recently when that big dip occurred. It's because we broke back below that point again as well, and obviously our overall uptrend that did exist there previously, but now we have broken once again back above that. We also broke through what I think was another point of resistance, and this occurred today as well, and this was this point here, due to the fact that we had, you know, a few days of highs roughly here, 52,874 roughly. Once again, you can see this acted as a point of, you know, support and bouncing, as well as a point of resistance in the past. So overall, looking good. It looks like now what is occurring is we are starting, you know, to consolidate a bit, and this is our next key point of resistance that we need to break through. So let's just put that one right about here, zoom out, and you can really get an appreciation of exactly what's going on from a resistance perspective here. Plenty of bounces off this point in the past when we were at our all-time highs, and it has been a very, very important point. So if we manage to smash through this point at 55,300 US dollars, we're off, and we are going, in my opinion, for our all-time highs, which, you know, are sitting all the way up here in the 60s. Maybe we'll have a bit of, you know, resistance over here at 59,000 or 60,000 roughly. I think that's probably a relatively good point to put in another line of resistance. And in fact, for us, that is going to be our target for today's video. We want to really try and see if we can crack those points, go for that area of $59,000 to $60,000 in our next leg up. But we need to wait for our next leg up to occur. And obviously, given this has been quite a sharp rise all the way down here from 40,000 up to, a peak of 55,000, there is going to be some consolidation on the way. What we had seen previously here was a flag pattern effectively form in this sort of a sense. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to freehand it. It's going to be much easier. You can see a flag pattern's basically formed here in that sort of a style. We then broke obviously above the key point of resistance at the top, and it looks like now we could be seeing another one of these flag patterns occur, going up. Actually, let's go straight to the peak here, and then we're going to start consolidating in this sort of a manner. Whilst yes, I do think obviously it doesn't need to run super hot. A bit of consolidation is good. As we've seen with a few other cryptos at the moment, they are absolutely smashing it indeed. So really good signs here overall. I don't think we'll see another test in, I suppose, the next day or so of the $52,000 mark. I think there's a bit too much momentum now. You can see even on this little red day we're having at the moment, the volume is nowhere near as big as these huge green days where we've seen massive amounts of buying occur, which is obviously driving the price up overall. So looking pretty good. Let's go to the daily as well. Just have a look at that one, and you can really get a better understanding of exactly what's going on. You can see why I don't think we're going to dip back down, because if we did put a flag pattern in place, let's say our top end of our flag is this point of resistance here, what you will notice is that basically we are moving, I suppose, in this sort of a flag direction, and it looks like we're going to start coiling in this sort of a sense and come to the pointy end of it and then break back up. So that's why I labeled the target for today's video as that 59,000, 60,000 US dollar mark. Now let's just go back to the daily chart and bring in a few indicators in order to help us justify exactly where we are going within the next few days. So first and foremost, let's bring in our moving averages. These are our, I suppose, main indicators of how we're going overall. So if we bring in our short-term 20-day moving average, which will be absolutely going nuts at the moment, we'll bring in our medium-term 50-day moving average as well, make that one red, and you can see we'll bring in finally as well our longer-term 200-day moving average, a very important point. And the beauty here is what we have seen is a golden cross, and that is the 20-day moving average crossing above that 200-day moving average, really showing that after this dip below here, which wasn't great, it's a shift in momentum. You can see now that 20-day moving average is going for that 50-day moving average, and just for those of you listening along, the 20 days at 45,961, the 50 days at 47,202, and the 200-day moving average is at 44,974. They're all relatively close at the moment, but they are starting to move in the right direction, particularly the shorter term trends. So overall, these are not really acting as support points for us now because we've exceeded them in value quite significantly, but they will come up, and what we're looking for now is that 20-day moving average to cross above the 50-day moving average, further confirming we are on an uptrend. So let's look for that in the coming few days. Now, MACD, let's bring that one in. This will give us an idea of the momentum, and as you can see, we did have a cross of the 12-day EMA over the 26-day EMA right at the bottom here, and that was basically when we had that huge spike. This was an indicator for people to go, yep, we're buying, we're going in. And as you zoom out, as you can see, the buying's probably only just started. We've had a massive green period here, and typically our green periods are relatively extended. Same with our red periods, relatively extended, but we're only just, about a week into it. I think at least we've got another week left of juice in the green barrel, and we're not even at the peaks of where we were from an EMA perspective previously. we've got plenty of room to go, plenty of room to reach those key targets for us. So let's hope the momentum keeps going. Overall, you can see we've peaked significantly higher on our original runs. We have so much headspace, it's not funny, to go for those all-time highs once again as well after we hit those key target points. Let's also bring in the RSI in order to determine the, I suppose, overall buying and selling momentum. You can see, yes, we just hit that overbought point yesterday, 70.59 on the RSI, consolidated a bit, come back down, and now we're seeing at 67.39. Really close still to the overbought range, as you'd expect though after a big spike like we've seen over the past week. But once again, zooming out, you can see that we have been in this overbought range on Bitcoin for extended periods previously, so it's nothing too bad to worry about. If we were, sitting way up here already, that would be a concern, but we're still sitting comfortably within that easy bought range, not oversold, not overbought, looking relatively good from that perspective. So overall, I really do think we can achieve our target of 60,000 US dollars within the next week or so. And of course, you know me guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. I love to hear them. I love to hear different points of view, or even if there are reinforcing points of view. If you agree with my analysis today, let me know down in the comments section. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, remember to leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. We cover crypto, stocks, investing, and wealth management. But I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy today's video. I'll see you next time. Cheers.